I want to introduce you to this gentleman without whom Startup Shark Tank Showcase would have been figment of our imagination. This gentleman is a serial entrepreneur. It is my pleasure and privilege to introduce Jose de Dios.
Wow. The first edition of Startup Shark Tank Showcase of 2015. We've been doing this now for 2 years. We've had over 600 applicants. One of the stats that's really amazing about our event is that because you, the audience, get to choose the winner, each of the winners that have come on stage and won from your vote has gone on to raise funding. So that's amazing. A big round of applause to every single one of you here tonight. Yeah! Tonight's event's amazing. We have some new sharks on the tank. We have some amazing technology companies. I believe there's 9 or 10 of them. We have a couple of amazing sponsors. Anyone from the audience that wants to make an announcement, maybe you're looking for a co-founder, or maybe you're looking for a date. All right, let's get into the show. So we have you. You guys are awesome. We have sharks. Sharks are awesome. Sharks make investments. Sharks makes the dreams come true for a lot of the startups. So our first shark is going to get up and give us a bit of advice, and Roger King with Bay Angels.
Thank you. Thank you. So I think one of the biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs make when they pitch their company to us is they make it too complicated. So make your pitch really simple.
All right. So the next angel, the next investor we have is Corinne. Corinne is a new angel to the Shark Tank event. He came all the way out from Boston to see what we're all about.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here. The energy is amazing. In Boston, they'd be wearing suits and ties. This is fantastic. Energy is amazing. So good luck to all of you, and hope you raise a lot of cash today.
The next angel, I really doesn't need too much introduction. He's becoming one of the most famous angels in the Silicon Valley. With no further ado, our angel investor of 2014, Mr. Manny Fernandez.
Thank you, Jose. The one that really needs applause is Jose. Let's give him one. My words of advice are the following. When you pitch an investor, think about pitching in 3 different parts. Part 1, what does your company do? Make it simple, like I'm 6 years old. Number 2, what is the market size? And number 3, what is your traction? Is it an idea, or are you actually making money?
The next shark that's sitting in the tank, this young man happens to sit on a pool of money, probably big enough to buy this building. Rexford, coming up and talk a little bit about how to be successful.
How you guys doing tonight? You guys excited to see some startups? My name is Rexford, here today to find the next startup that we invest in. And if I have one story for the people that are presenting today, it's this. And I forgot to ask for money at the end. So don't make the same mistake that I did. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah. Okay, that rounds it up. Okay, now, there's a young man that is my co-founder here at Startup Shark Tank Showcase. If I could get a round of applause for Gustav Chaduri. Okay, we're gonna get into the pitching. The rules are 2-minute pitching, 1 or 2 questions, and then pop in and pop out. Ladies and gentlemen, after the judges have chosen the top 5, we give the vote to you.
The first company which is pitching is Heavy Connect. Patrick Zelea, floor is yours. Welcome.
So I'm with Heavy Connect. We're based in the Salinas Valley. In the Monterey County, we generate $4 billion per year in fresh produce. So what we do is we take large-scale industrial farming, field operations, and we bring those online. So we access the data, we simplify that raw data, get rid of the white noise, and we provide solutions to farmers based on the insights that's happening in the field. So today, when farmers are having a good year, there's no way to replicate it. When they have a bad year, there's no way to avoid it. You have to access the data so that these masterpiece years of farming you can turn into paint by number. And so that's what we do. We're brand agnostic and industry agnostic. Agriculture is our beachhead, but what we're doing is we're taking mobile devices and putting them out in the field and gathering that data about any piece of equipment that they have and making sure that every day and every hour and every year is better year over year. And this information is validated. That's the key part to what we do. Not only is it universal, but it's human validation of the data. So big data can be messy, but just like Palantir, you need to sort through that data to find the solutions. And that's what we do for large-scale agriculture. Our market size today is about 23 billion, and that's it.
Okay, great. Question?
I'm good. Good presentation. I was listening for perhaps the traction, if you have any sales.
Yeah, so we're working with Syngenta, Wilbur Ellis, and Dole on an alpha test with a reduced feature offering that they're paying full list price for because the demand is universal. Everybody wants this to come out, and no one has done it. The great thing about it is defensible. No one can really repeat what we're trying to do. But yeah, so everyone that we've approached, and we're targeting customers with 200 to 300 tractors to start with, because they see the most value. But we're working with those large-scale farmers, and they're paying for it today.
The second company is FlowPro. The presenting is Andrew Grosser. Andrew, floor is yours.
Imagine you're a CEO. But imagine in your first few weeks on the job, your board comes to you and says, you've got 3 months to turn the business around, otherwise you're going to have to let go 400 people. What would you do? You're going to need a revolution. That's what you're going to need. We worked with a company to transform their business by measuring the value inside their business, by measuring what they provided their clients and the best way to deliver their value to those clients. How much would you expect to pay for this system? If you're a company and you doubled your money from $4 to $8 million, will you pay hundreds of thousands of dollars? Our system is $20 per person per month. We've sold one fairly large installation of the software. Management consulting is a $120 billion market size, just in the States, and it's $800 billion worldwide. And we want 1% of that market, because we believe we can help every business, not just businesses struggling.
Could you be a little more specific about how you value a company, or how you value what they do?
Personally, from what we learned, it was about the customer. So they wanted to work out when they were getting the revenue from the customer and provide the best delivery to the customer. So they classified that as value. And we're a firm believer in that as well. So there are a lot of redundant things that you don't need in your work, and our system helps people measure those and helps people improve and get rid of that waste and automate a lot of that.
Thank you.
So now I'm going to take a break. She is going to introduce the next few startups. So a huge hand to Christina.
Hi, I'm Christina. So I'd like to present Samuel Silverman, Global Travel Assistant, Instant.
Hey, thanks a lot, everybody. My name is Sam. I'm from Boston, but I've been living in Beijing for the past 5 years, so I'm only in town for a little bit. So I got a chance to talk to you guys. This is it. Let's have a good time. What I do in Beijing is I work on an app called Tripper. And Tripper is you press one button, and within 30 seconds or less, you're talking to a live human interpreter. Someone speaks English to Chinese, Chinese to Japanese, Chinese to Korean, it doesn't matter. At the same time, they're not just interpreters that are on demand 24/7. We've equipped them with the local travel databases of their region. And so I don't know how many of you guys have lived abroad, but when I came to China for the first time, the first thing I realized was I needed a local friend. A local friend would save me money, they knew places to go, they knew whatever, like everything to do, and all those websites were only in Chinese. So with these interpreters, we give them the best, like a whole database of the best travel resources for each place. China, Japan, doesn't matter. And then combine that with also the GPS, the camera of the app, and all of a sudden you've got not just a live interpreter, but you've got a multilingual human personal assistant. And they're available 24/7, and they can do anything small, like talk to your cab driver, if you can't understand them, or something big, like they can plan your whole trip for you. And so this is what we're doing. It's kind of a big endeavor, and we're looking for funding right now. But we're taking on travel in China in a vis-a-vis way. So everyone likes to offer. Should I talk to you guys? But human power is something that no one else is going after. Everyone wants to do automated, but there's still a few niches where you need human power. And so we're trying to do it in the travel sector. We've already combined for traction with a lot of vis-a-vis in China, like the China, it's called Qunar, but it's like the China kayak, China Priceline. You guys know it. And then we put this inside their app, and they say, great, we can offer human, and then we can share the profits together. And so we've got a lot of traction in China, Korea, Japan, Asia, and we're looking to expand globally. And also, we're also looking to dip our toes into a couple other industries, like language industry and education industry, so like being able to talk to a live speaker in 5 minutes a day.
Okay, so I'm curious, how do you monetize this?
This is a paid service. So right now, phone interpretation is usually need to reserve a phone interpreter, and it costs about $3 per minute. Ours is 50 cents per minute, or you can buy like a daily package for $10, or if you live in abroad, like $30 per month, and you've got a personal assistant the whole time. And so you can either sell this B2C like this, or you sell it B2B, and then they can offer these minutes abroad to all their customers going and traveling.
Identify the answers to 3 questions. What's the problem? How are you going to solve it? And how are you going to make money?
Okay, the next one is Stand White Robots. And they're intuitive and automated shoe cover system.
Hi, I'm Sten White, co-founder and VP of Sales of Roblox. Let me introduce you to the latest, the greatest innovation in real estate. Currently, when you go to an open house, they make you take off your shoes, hop around and put on these booties. Gone are those days. We have a better solution. Simply put it at your front door, step in, step down, and step out, and just like that, the floors are protected. The shoes are protected. It's simple. It's genius. Real estate agents love this product. When I go into an office, I come in, I demo to one agent, all of a sudden, all the agents, it's a frenzy. They just want to see it. What is this? It's amazing. Right now, we currently have 46 customers. 28 of those are returning customers in the past 2 months. In California, Washington, Portland, and New York. We are currently seeking investment to accelerate our sales and marketing effort, as well as a partner that can help us distribute into other markets. We're trying to really establish our brand as the leading portable shoe cover dispenser in the real estate market, which has 1.4 million agents. But once we do that, we feel like the possibilities are endless. This is for medical, painters, clean rooms, carpet cleaners, the list goes on. So thank you for listening, and remember Robobox. It's as easy as step in, step down, and step out. Thank you.
Questions from our judges?
So I assume you're going to use the razor blade model. You sell a box for cheap and you're making money on the supplies.
Correct. We are using the razor blade model. Whenever someone uses the box, they're going to have to continue to be a returning customer. The booties only work with our box.
The next one is Madison Laird from Funding Profiles. Strategy Visualize. Madison.
Funding Profiles. Captain, we're going through a name change because our current focus in Funding Profiles is corporate finance departments at large enterprise. And I can see you all going all boring. You're too polite to say it, but we get that a lot. But we happen to love it, so we built a cloud SaaS-based application for our customers to use. And along the way, we have discovered, and our investors tell us, that we have a way that will revolutionize the way most of us in this room, I suspect, do our jobs. So if you've ever built a chart in Excel or Tableau or any other products in the marketplace, you know the existing data discovery metaphor is to choose, measure, and attribute combinations and monkey with chart types until you get exactly the right kind of insight you want. So our product takes a completely different approach to data discovery. We build in all the measure, value, and attribute combinations into a construct library. So our users don't build charts. They make whole templates and have the charts built for them. And they spend all their time figuring out, what is this stuff actually telling me? So we have a great management team that has done a couple of successful exits already. We have $800K in revenue in the company already. We have $500K invested in the company, and we are seeking $1.2 million to build out our IP portfolio and our product portfolio, and most importantly, sell and market the breakthrough that we are here tonight showing. We're back in the back and look forward to talking to them.
Judges, any questions?
You caught my attention at the end. Tell me, what's the value to the customer in a sentence? Because I didn't hear the whole thing, I apologize.
Yeah, so analysts spend all their time now figuring out what the charts are actually telling them and using their brain to do that, as opposed to spending a lot of time building the chart at a time. So it's better business decisions and faster analytical processing. Those two go hand in hand.
So who's your customer?
We have, we'll take the specific names offline, but think medical device manufacturer, financial software company, large public enterprises.
Thank you.
Presenting is Richard Rudo-Midkin. Richard, floor is yours.
Thank you. I'm Richard Rudo-Midkin with Party.net. And you know, we designed and built an unbiased, localized, single-click, event-specific search platform. Right, let's say you're planning a kid's birthday party, bar mitzvah, maybe a bachelorette party. You have an event-specific list of all the services that you may need. Where are you planning it? Anywhere in the United States. You pick the radius of your search, and then bam, one click. You get everything. All the bakeries, all the limousines, all the strippers for your bachelorette party. It's all there, one search. Not a dozen searches and a dozen clicks. One click, one search. We've taken an hours-long process and just chunked that down in 2, 3, 4 minutes. Right now we're ad-based. That's how we're raising our revenue right now. We're seeking $750,000 in investments. The market is huge, $51 billion for wedding. Event planning is about a $4 billion industry. Thank you.
How are they going to find out about your business?
Well, right now, I mean, we're using social media, search engine optimization to get everything.
Right. Fantastic. Yeah, huge hand. Great. The next company is Dear Miss J. The person presenting is Christy Kim. Christy, floor is yours. Huge hand.
Hi everyone, so my name is Christy Kim. I'm a founder and CEO of Dear Miss J. So Dear Miss J is a fashion e-commerce startup based here in San Francisco. So at Dear Miss J, we sell handmade, high-quality, one-of-a-kind designer jewelry items through our website and mobile app. So my mom is a jewelry designer in Seoul, South Korea. So she has been designing outfits and jewelry for 10 years. So how I got inspired. Let me ask you one question before I dive into how it works. Anyone can guess what is the market size for the entire jewelry industry in the United States?
100 billion.
Say it again?
100 billion.
100 billion? Okay, close. So it's $62 billion. It's not 10 million or 16 million, it's $62 billion industry. I wanted to mention that because whenever I talk to male investors, they don't think that the market is big enough. So let me tell you how it works. So you can go to our website, www.dearmissj.com, or you download the iPhone app Dear Miss J. So you browse photos and see the items you want to try. So you can pick 1 to 3 items. If you pick 3 items, you can order it to do free home try-on, which means you don't have to pay for anything. No subscription fee, no shipping fee. And then we put 3 items in this box and ship it to you, and then you try them on and decide whether you like it or not. If you don't like any of it, just ship it back to the box and return it to us, and then we don't charge you anything. So that's how it works. And so we are a team with 7 people.
So everybody talks about the size of the market, and I'm not impressed with that. What I would be impressed with is how are you going to garner a percentage of that? You're in a very crowded space.
Yeah, that's a good point. So that's why we came up with a new different business model, because my friends and friends of friends, and I got really good feedback that it works for customers like me who are picky.
The next company is Ambit Networks, and the person presenting is Patrick Mugler.
I'm a parent, and when my son was 7 years old, we went on a bike ride, and he got lost for over 1 hour. It was a very stressful experience. In the US, every single day, over 1,000 kids get lost. It only takes 20 seconds for a kid to walk in a crowded place like here and get lost, separated from the parents. So we looked for solutions for our kid. We didn't find anything in the market that was portable, good looking, and very functional. And we wanted all the benefits as well. So we started MB Gear. MB Gear is the world's first smartwatch for kids with applications and games designed to drive good behavior. MB Gear is very simple to use, and it comes with built-in GPS, text messaging for parents' peace of mind. So when parents are in a crowded place, they can locate their kids, they know where their kids are, but more importantly, MB Gear drives good behavior for kids. The games, they reward kids with points and rewarded rewards. Our company has 6 people right now, plus myself. 3 people in the US, 3 people in India. Our revenue can come from 3 sources: watches and accessory sales, rentals at museums, parks, and zoos, and also data collection and data analysis, because we have a connected device. We have raised $110,000. We are inside wearable labs, and we are now raising another $500,000 to finish our product and enter a $4.7 billion market. Thank you.
I got a question for you. What's preventing Samsung or Apple or another one of the companies that already has wearable technology from replicating it to a similar degree?
Those companies are really focused on the adult market and very complex designs. Our design is made for kids.
How's everyone doing now? The nightclub, Ruby Sky, the management team, led by Reggie and his staff, they've welcomed everyone to stay and enjoy themselves afterwards. They have an amazing DJ tonight. He's a world-renowned DJ. He's only in his 20s. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready to find out who the judges chose? In no uncertain order. By the way, startup founders, if you are not chosen, it does not mean that you are losers. You're not losers. In fact, you are winners tonight. You guys come up here, you lay it all on the line. You put your life on stake. You know, you put everything down. You're all in. You're winners in my book. I've had 3 startups, I've had 2 exits, and I've had a terrible failure. Bad failure. But I'm not a loser, I'm a winner. Okay, in no uncertain order. Roll, drum roll. Heavy Connect, come up and join me on stage. RoboBox. Funding profiles. Bit Network. Global Travel Assistant. Again, as I said, we have no losers here. Okay? In fact, Manny Fernandez, who runs Dream Funded, has invited all of the startups, that's every single one of you, to his event tomorrow, free of cost. And he's charging hundreds of dollars to people to do this, but every single one of you gets to go there tomorrow for free to learn how to fund through crowdfunding. How about a round of applause? Okay, so at this point, what I do is I hand the mic over to Manny Fernandez. Manny, come on over. And Manny and I are going to lead the cheer procession, where you now get to choose the winner. But before we get there, we have some sponsors. Without sponsors, this event would cost twice as much as it does. So I'd like to invite a couple of sponsors up here. Dean from Spartan Post, and Ventus Law. They're going to give us a few words of advice, and there's a company out there, it's called Applause HR. They provide HR outsourced services to the startup community. They're one of the sponsors. Richard, I knew it would come to me. Richard, come on up and tell the people, these fine people, about Adventus Law. How about a round of applause for Adventus Law and Richard?
Adventus Law is a startup law firm that focuses primarily on startups all the way from formation all the way through your early financings. As far as advice, I will say this. Doing legal right is not that expensive. If you do it right, startup law is not terribly complicated early on. But if you do it wrong, it'll take you about 6 times as much to undo everything you just did wrong and get you on the right path. So start right and talk, not even necessarily to us, but talk to your lawyer, make sure you're doing everything appropriate before you start going down that wrong path. Thank you.
Dean from Spark Post, you know, they found us somehow on the internet, and they were like, hey, we hear that you have an amazing event. And I go, you heard correct, it's pretty awesome. Our community is amazing. Everyone here tonight, I just want to say thank you, you're all amazing. So Dean goes, what can I do to sponsor? I go, well, you know what, send me a check for $1 million. He goes, I don't have it. I'm just kidding. So, Dean, why don't you tell the audience about Spark Post?
We're an email cloud service provider that is developer-oriented. It provides business metrics back and allows all kinds of entrepreneurs, developers, anybody else to be able to proactively engage their customers in a cross-channel manner. Plus, we scale infinitely up from startup all the way up to enterprise. So we're honored to be here. It was so cool to meet all of you guys tonight.
You know what? How about we give it to the winner?
You're on. We're on. Give it to the winner.
Manny. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where Manny takes over. He has you get involved and has a lot of fun doing this. Manny, it's your show.
Are you ready? Start in my corner. This is how it's going to be done. We are going to do crowdfunding. It's not money, but it'll be based on your cheer. The loudest cheer keeps him here. Can I hear your cheer? When I point on my left, the loudest cheer will keep him here. In 10 seconds, please tell them the value of what you're doing.
We drive kids' good behavior while keeping them safe. It's all about kids growing to be productive adults.
We're the world's local assistant. So this is instant human help, like the best local help you can get anywhere in the world, anytime.
On my left, cheer! On my right. At the end of the day, us as consumers, we care about ourselves. Why should someone care, in a few words, what you're doing?
Don't build charts, use your brain.
hold your cheers. Why should they care?
Because we connect real people to the internet. It's all about the people.
Right, on my left. On my right.
Left is the winner. Raise your hand. Audience, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much.
We're making it more difficult. In 3 words, why do they care about your startup?
We simplify the day.
3 words, why does the crowd care?
Booties on fun.
Cheer to the left. Cheer to the right.
To the right.
Now, the best startups are the ones that know how to tell a story. A story, we remember it. We tell others about your startup. Present your startup in a story so they'll remember.
So we started out selling this, just popping into open houses, and the market wants it.
What is your story?
So I live in China, and I want to make poppy seed bagels. And so I went to a store and was like, oh, I'll just Google translate poppy seed. And I was like, hey, do you have any of this? Do you want to buy opium here? Do you know about the history of China? And then I had to never come back to that store.
Your startup.
I went into a business. There were 400 people that were going to get fired within a couple of weeks, and we saved their jobs.
So I'm just going to go quickly. The loudest cheer keeps them here. From the center of Silicon Valley, San Francisco, California, you guys are going to choose their destiny. At the end, they're going to launch a crowdfunding campaign. You don't know it yet. What free thing are you going to give away that they will love? And based on that, they're going to cheer.
1 RoboBox.
What are you going to give away to the crowd if they bought and backed you?
We can actually give away our service for free, so you guys can have your own multilingual human assistant.
All right, startup fans, this is your choice. On my left. On the right.
You know, this happens very rarely on our stage. This happens very rarely. But you know what you folks did tonight? You chose 2 winners. You know what? Audience, don't you think that's correct? All right, ladies and gentlemen, so the winners have, actually the top 5 have an opportunity to sit with all the judges. The winners here, these 2 gentlemen, will have a chance to go sit with Mr. Manny Fernandez at his office, Roger King, Corinne, myself, and talk about how we can get them funded. So, that culminates the evening. You're welcome to stay and party at the nightclub. We look forward to seeing you again next month at the 2nd edition of Startup Shark Tank Showcase, where we present, ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for you?